I read 27 books in 2022, and for me, it is the greatest achievement because I am not a full-time reader. And I know some people read a lot, but 27 books means that I read 2 books every month of this year, and probably 3 in 1 or 2 or 3 of those months. Let's start this video with the OG Twilight series. I'm gonna be honest, we all loved them in middle school and high school. I read them again this fall and enjoyed them. There's not much to say about it. We all know how it goes with Edward and Bella. That's all to say about that. I'm gonna start with the Colleen Hoover books because they are the closest that I have. I have read 4 of her books. Not all of them, but 4. And surprisingly, It Ends With Us was not my first book of hers. I read November 9th. The first book of hers that I read was November 9th. I saw it at the bookstore and I was like, I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna know what the hype is all about. It's a really cute, sweet book. It made me cry. This is not in any particular order. The first one, and then I read It Ends With Us. Everybody knows what this book is. It was a really good read. And then I also read It Starts With Us. Some people do not like this book. I'm not sure why, because this is what we all wanted. So she gave it to us. And then I read Ugly Love. I read Ugly Love right after I read It Ends With Us because this one just came out. Great book, brilliant written. After that, I read Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. A nice book. It is about OCD and mental health issues. My summer read. This summer I turned pretty. I liked this book. It was cute, it was sweet. But I don't know why. I think that this book was not well written. It was a really easy read. It was not something too good or special, but it was good. And a lot of people liked it. I liked it. It was fine. I did not love it, but I liked it. Then I read Every Summer After. This book was really, really, really good. I love how the present and past goes by simultaneously, and it was really nice. It was beautiful. And after that, I read Book Lovers. This book was good. It was really nice. It was really cute. It was a quick read as well, and I enjoyed it. After that, I read An Honest Lie. This was my first thriller ever. It sucked me in. This is a really, really good book. If you want to read a brilliant written book, this is one of those. It's amazing. Okay, moving on to the Shatter Me series. I just have 2 of the books, the first and the second one. These ones were not something I loved or I liked. I read Shatter Me, and I know a lot of people will say that this is similar to Divergent, and I have read Divergent. I have seen the movies. You can say that it is similar, but this book specifically did not make any sense to me. I read more than half of it, and this is not something I like. Maybe that's why I did not like it. But then I read the second book as well to give it a shot. I might complete this series just because I want to know what the whole series feels like, but this was not something that I really enjoyed, but it was fine. It was okay. Moving on to The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jerkin Reese. This is a masterpiece. This book is a masterpiece. I annotated it a lot, and it made me cry when Harry died. This was a brilliant written book. I love this book. This is my favorite book. Then I read The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. This was nice. It was fantasy. It was enemies to lovers. This was also my first fantasy book. So yeah, I liked it. But I heard that the second and third book in this series, I'll be reading the second and third book as well. Moving on to my spicy books. The first one I read was King of Battle and Blood, and this is by Scarlett St. Clair. This was a really nice book. It was about, I guess, vampires. It's been a long time since I've read it. I think so. That's what it was about. But this was a really cool book. It was fantasy, spicy, and it was good. Then I read the Neon God series. I read the Neon God first, even though I bought the Electric Idol first. It was amazing. Katie Robert knows what she is doing. And then I read Electric Idol. I think these books are on Greek mythology, like a spicy version of Greek mythology. I will be reading the third book in this series. I'm seeing a pattern here. I have not completed any of the series. Yep, I have 2 more books. And I have not read the third book in that series as well. Okay, yeah, these books were great. Then I read the Breathless trilogy. I read the first 2 books. Book 2, The Rush and Fever. These were great, nice, spicy books, quick reads, nothing too special, but yeah, it's about some billionaires, some wealthy people. The last book that I read this year is this, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. This was great as well. I annotated the heck out of it, and I wrote as well a lot in this. Yep, this was my favorite as well. And I read 4 books on my Kindle. The first one was Hooked, and I was hooked. This was the first book in this series. It is an enemies to lovers, a little bloody, but it was really good. The second one was Scarred. It was a brilliant book, enemies to lovers, excellent written. And the third one was Anatomy Cute. It was a cute book. It was spicy. It was fake dating, fake marriage. And then I read Empire of Desire. It was a book on Kindle, and excellent book. Thank you, and Happy New Year.